Hi guys, welcome along. Richie here from the Heresy group, and in today's video I want to talk to you a little bit about Vortex Optics. More importantly, why? Why choose Vortex Optics to stick on your airsoft gun? So I get messages almost every day regarding Vortex Optics on one question or another. Main sort of questions like, is it covered, under the VIP warranty if it gets shot out? If I paint it, is the warranty null and void? But more importantly, and the main one that always sticks out is it worth the money? They're so expensive. How can you afford a Vortex Optics? They're too expensive. So I had a little situation happen to me the other day regarding one of my clone optics that I bought many years ago, and it really sort of just hit home the reason why I play with Vortex Optics and why I would choose it over a clone any day. This is the sight in particular. I believe this is a 552 replica. Couldn't tell you where I bought it, how much it cost. I've had it for quite some time now, but basically it is a clone. You can feel it. It's very light. On-off buttons here, brightness buttons here, green and red to change green and red here. Now, as you can see, it doesn't work, and this was the issue. So I went to move it from one rifle to another to actually use this, and I found out that it actually had stopped working. So first thing you do is you check the batteries, which are in here. So I pop the little cover off just like that. That comes open, and pull this out here. Now, to my surprise, what I found was that water has actually got inside this somehow. I say somehow, I don't know why I'm surprised at that, because when you look at it, there is no seal at all around any of this battery compartment. You have a flimsy rubber seal here that actually doesn't meet the top section of this cover. So I think the last time I played with this, yes, it was in the snow. We had a little bit of light sort of rain, and I'm guessing what's happened is water has got into the battery compartment. You can see the rust along here on the terminals on this part of the optic. But more importantly, what's happened is you may just be able to see down in the bottom of the battery compartment, one of the spring terminals, the spring there that sits at the battery terminal, has actually corroded and rusted and snapped off. So there is basically no electrical circuit running through this optic now from the battery compartment to the optic itself. So now basically, with the way this is here, this is null and void now. This is basically just a paperweight. I could try and find another spring section to go in here to maybe try and get the screw out, if I could get that out and refit that. So I had a quick search on the wonderful World Wide Web, and the prices for these are, it's so varied. It depends. There's a million and one retailers that you can get this from. So you could pay £25, you could pay £60 odd for this. But what I'm saying is even if you said that's £30 worth of optic, that's £35 that is now dead, which I'll have to spend again to replace. Whereas the optic that I run is obviously the Razor AMG line, the UH1, the Huey. It is, I would say, I've compared these two. Obviously, they are both red dot sights. Similar size-ish. There's a little bit of give and take there. People think the UH1 is enormous. When you actually hold it up, it is the exact same height. It's actually not that large, but that's by the by. I digress. So when talking about Vortex Optics or any sort of real steel optic when playing airsoft, the same argument always crops up. Oh my God, that's so expensive. I can't afford that. I could buy 10 clones for the price of this. You're right. To some degree, you could buy 6, 7 of these for one of these. So sort of round about sort of £500 optic. These are anywhere, this clone anywhere, like I said, between £30 to £80, depends on where you want to buy it from. So there's two arguments for this. Do you have to have an optic as expensive as this? No. There's things that Vortex do, like the Spark AR, which I think is around about £180 or thereabouts, depending where you buy it from. So you can always come down the price bracket. You don't have to buy the best that there is, although it does help. But what I'm saying is, whether you buy the UH1 or the Spark AR or any in the Vortex range, it all has the VIP warranty. So you do anything to this, drop it, it gets shot out, you spray it, it will be covered under VIP warranty no matter what, and they will replace it with a like for like or whatever has been superseded in the range. So for me, that should be enough. You know, this, you know, me and Tim have kind of coined the phrase, you know, once you buy this, it's an optic for life. So the VIP warranty isn't with you as the customer, it is with the product. If you sell this and someone else buys it, and that person then takes it from your hand and drops it, he then just simply walks into a, you know, Vortex distributor or phones them up, and they will get a replacement. That really should be argument enough. But if it's not, then let's talk about the reasons why this failed and why this will never fail. You know, these are hermetically sealed, nitrogen purged, so these are completely waterproof, moisture-proof, dust-proof. There will be nothing, you will get nothing inside this optic at all that shouldn't be there. Now, there are a number of reasons for this. Obviously, any orifice on this that has to be sealed is sealed. So your battery compartment has a nice O-ring on this, which I'll show you right now. So let's just unscrew this right here. So as we undo this, it's quite tight initially, but that's mainly just because the O-ring that's sealing it is what's biting there. It's what's a little bit of friction. So as you can see, it's just got loose as we've come past the O-ring. So yeah, you can see the O-ring there sealing the cap itself. Obviously a nice little tether lanyard there to keep it in place so you're not going to lose it. So there we go. So obviously we know, unlike the clone optic that has just failed on me, I will never ever, you can see it's just going to be tight there as the O-ring is sealing. I will never ever get moisture, water, dust, whatever it needs to be, whatever it is, inside this battery compartment. Now, as we flip it over, obviously this does have the option to run either a rechargeable CR123A, so you can see the little micro USB port. Again, this little rubber cap comes off, so that can stop just any water, dust, moisture getting in there. Now, this is more sort of a kind of a belts and braces kind of thing here. So even if you was to snap this off and lose this, the port itself is sealed. So you can still get water in here without this little rubber cover, and that will still stay sealed. You will not get water in that at all. And obviously on the buttons on the back, again, you know, these are all sealed as well. These are a sealed unit. So again, just one last point before I wrap this up. Anyone who's run clone optics for a certain length of time, or tried to swap them from gun to gun, you know, everyone knows that these are horrendous to zero, an absolute nightmare. You know, you either don't, obviously your adjustment screws here either don't have enough travel to allow you to you know, zero it properly with windage or elevation. I've had it before. I've gone to adjust this and something has seized up inside, and you hear that crack as the plastic breaks, and then at which point again another optic bites the dust, which then you're in another 30 to 60 pounds in the hole. You know, and how many times are you going to do this? 2, 3, 4 times, and you know, really you're halfway to a real steel optic that will last you a lifetime. So regarding the zeroing on this, obviously your windage and elevation buttons just here. I have swapped this from across many platforms, and I can literally zero this in a matter of minutes, 5-10 minutes. And when I say zero, I'm talking airsoft zero. You know, we're not talking actually using the MOA on this as it should be used. I'm talking get the screwdriver, cranking it down until you know, you reach the point of your BB's flight path that you're happy with. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to run over some, you know, some real reasons, some important reasons why, you know, you can keep going down the clone optic route, but it's just wasting money after wasted money after wasted money. I've been there, I've done it, and you know, if you're like me, you reach a point where you've just had enough, and you will finally give in and get an optic that will last you a lifetime, zero easily, and obviously won't die in the rain, more importantly. So that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Would love to hear your questions, comments, leave in the box below regarding real steel optics. Do you run them? What do you think of them? As always, please hit like, subscribe, and until next time, see you soon.